Hey everyone, this is RC from Retired by Investing coming at you with another comprehensive market review. And today we're going to go into a lot of things in terms of the market, especially the indexes, just because I know a lot of people have been getting some texts over my vacation. And I just wanted to go over some things that a lot of people are probably not familiar with. And I know that majority of people have been saying, like, oh, yeah, it's the bottom, blah, 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 blah. Personally, for myself, I believe that yes, we did get a momentum run, and I had outlined this from last week that there's a base break into this area, right? We're definitely above, and the most important part, or what I was trying to say in my Discord at one point, was that it's where we fall from here that's most important. It's not necessarily so much in terms of where the market is as of right now. It's where we stabilize. And I think that's going to be, or I think that's a lot harder for most people to comprehend because of the fact that emotions get clouded majority of the time when you see a market move like this. And I think in general, the picture still hasn't really changed. The one thing I do want to say though, right, is if this is truly the bottom, there will be so many fucking plays. Like, and that would be amazing, right? But we have a possible higher low, but it would basically need to hold above this area. Now, the one thing that I'm gonna put out here is that if we come back down here, right, base here and then come back up, that would be great. Now, if we come back down, base here and then fall back down, I mean, that's basically what it is. But those are the scenarios that I see playing out possibly. In terms of the cues, um, again, this is nice. This is what majority people would want. We're above all moving averages, which is amazing. This would be a pretty big or resistance area. I would love for this to come back down, build out a base, and then go back up. But if it doesn't, just know that this is heavy resistance in this area. We tried to break out of this area for so many times. Regardless, I know a lot of people are like, "Well, we're above, moving averages and everything like that." But moving averages are not support and resistance. They're just areas where either it fits your system in terms of how the stock market or how the particular stock is doing versus anything else. So I just want to make sure people know the difference between that. So in my opinion, we'll see what happens if we fail here. Come back down, build out a base, come back up. That'd be great. That would be like the ideal scenario, so we can go back to all time highs. But for now, my thought process is that there's a lot of resistance in this area, and breaking through this is going to be super super hard. Now, if it breaks through that, like I said, that'd be amazing, and where we would have to see and how all the MAs catch up, right? To see if this is where price is going to actually base out and then form out. So we'll go from there. The QQQE back above. We're above the 21 EMA, which is for most stocks really, really good. But then declining 50, broke above, found support, broke below the 50 and the 200 SMA. So, in my opinion, just stay cautious in terms of everything. MDY, so mid caps, small caps, still resistant at the 648 area. Would want to see it go sideways here and then eventually come back out. If we break down from here, base into the 627 area and then eventually break out again, that'd be great. But if we fall back into this range again around 620 625-ish, going back down to the 200 SMA at 605, probably one thing you'd want to be very careful of, and just make sure that you're not heavy as much into a lot of stocks. In terms of IWM, probably the healthiest chart out of everything else that I have. Again, above all moving averages. Want this to kind of base out. If we fall from here, 651 is like the area that you want to hold, and then eventually trying to build a base and then break out again. But for now, not much to do. A lot of this is going to be waiting, and a lot of the leaders that are in the market right now are a little bit extended from the bullishness that just happened. So I'll be waiting to see if there's anything good to actually get into. So in terms of the VIX, we got below majority of these moving averages. Now we're not cleared yet. We're still above the 200 SMA, which is still not a good thing. For right now and where we're at, I still think that we're going to see some volatility. Now, the whole point about this is that if we start to come back up, I mean, there's going to be this is like a mostly like a mean reversion type of trade where, like, in terms of the VIX itself, there's probably going to be some volatility coming back up into the market. Now, does it have to? No, but we'll have to see exactly where, if this gap does get filled or if we have some volatility coming back forward to kind of make the market bottom to some extent. But we'll see. Um, in my opinion, in terms of the trading environment, when the VIX starts to go below some of these moving averages, this is really, really good, because now overnight moves are not going to get you messed up. So just my 2 cents on that. In terms of the RSP, we have a lot of this area below the 50 SMA, in which we kind of failed it like twice per se. But this area seems to be the most stubborn area right here. There's a possibility that we actually fall back down again and then eventually kind of build a base and go back out. Now, this is like the same thing for majority of everything that I've said for a majority of the indexes. When you get price that just pops above all MAs and stuff like that, that is a good thing, because that is theoretically a breakout. Now, where we stabilize is most important. But for now, just take it day by day. And that's all I have for you guys. Take care. Peace.